Hello, this is called Señorita. This is from the Melbay's Complete Classical Guitar Method. It's on page 37. I went ahead and did a transcription in the Guitar Pro 6 format for us so we could see the tablature, and I put some of my own fingerings in there. I think I actually changed one of the bass notes as well. I'm going to go ahead and play through it for you, and then we're going to talk about the performance techniques here. Okay, so A minor, 2, 4, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So if you're feeling, that's kind of like your feel. And, you know, basically a lot of thirds and things. So for instance, a melody, pretty simple to start with. If you want to hold an A major, A minor chord, you can hold the whole shape. Again, it doesn't matter to me. Sometimes I only play the note that's listed. If you feel comfortable holding the whole shape, knock yourself out. Now here's a first choice of fingering. You can go, if you want to keep that G sharp there, but the music didn't say that, so it went, and you release. I think that's what I did. Okay, so it's A, E7, back to A minor, E7, just like back and forth there. So then we get into the thirds here, measure 6, you know. Which is a pretty standard kind of classical guitar thing to do. I will warn you though, when you're here on this A bit and then it goes to the E, you may want to try some dampening techniques with the thumb, because I'm using an amp right now and it seems to really want to resonate. If I don't do it, you can hear the difference if I don't dampen that string. So if I do it properly, well, that was not good. So there, that's what I wanted. So what I'm going to do is when I hit that E, my thumb is going to land on the A string and dampen it. It's a little tricky, especially when you're going faster, and sometimes, you know, you just can't do it. But if you can get that in there, that's really the proper technique with dampening these lower strings. Okay, down to this. Now, this is the quote-unquote tricky part. We're going to talk about measure 10. So right there, that's kind of a big switch. Basically C shape. Now we've got a bit of an F here. Back to the A minor, chromatic passing note, and then... Now this is sort of like a D minor or an F6, however you want to think about it, D minor over F. But what we've got... So we've got... the lines are moving together. The bass line's moving down, the melody's moving as well. So you gotta really watch. It's a really nice sound, but just be careful there. I've got it all marked for you. Now there, the fourth finger plays twice on that chromatic D sharp, you know. I'll start again. Not bad. That's okay. Then here, go slow, work it out. All the fingerings marked. Again, not two lines moving, you know, melody and like quarter note bass notes, but make the bass note, all the notes ring for their full duration. Make all the melody notes ring for their... Well, you gotta hit the right notes, but see right there, and beginner musician might go and release that. You never want to do that. So I'm going to let that note ring for its full duration, you know what I mean? Now again, I'm trying to put some accents on these little melody notes. They're not written in there because it's just a basic beginner etude, but even with these little pieces, I try to stress to everybody, there's a lot of music in there. You know, if you heard a professional guitarist play that, it's going to sound a lot more musical. They're going to put accents, they're going to put dynamics, they're going to think of the layers that they can add to it. So always just get the first things first, get your fingerings, work it out at a slow tempo, and then, you know, try to hear where the melody's going with those peaks and valleys. You might be able to put some accents in there and use your dynamics. I'm also going to do a timbral change here coming up. For instance, okay, so I'll see. Then just okay, so it's a repeat of the same two notes there, two measures, but I don't want to do it the same way twice. If you ever have that repeat, always change the timbre or change something, change the dynamics, you know. So then my standard mellow playing position. Now, try to get that real bright sound down here and change the dynamics. Go quiet. So, what if this was loud? So it really, it has like a ebb and flow and peaks and valleys in it. That part's not that hard, but what I'm trying to do with it makes it more interesting for you and for the listener. Then a C into a bit of an F there. That's not hard. Hold the A minor shape here, because you're just arpeggiating with that. So last time through. One thing I did notice when I was playing at that time, this goes all the way back to my instructor, Dr. Leonard at West Liberty University. When you're it's sometimes when you're having this kind of a feeling. Let's see if I can do it again. Right there. The first note I want short, long, da dee da dee da, short, long. Instead of, I want them to be different. So I'll immediately. See what I'm saying? It makes it really staccato in the first one, long in the next one. Ba ba. It's not written that way. Again, these are just little musical things you pick up from being around people that can play. You know, and lucky for me, I was around some people that could play. So. I hope you notice a difference when you hear that ba ba. It just makes it more musical. Okay, that's my take on it. You know, Señorita from page 37, Mel Bay's Complete Classical Guitar Method. This is my little transcription I did with some fingerings and in the Guitar Pro 6 format, so you can hear it back and play along. Hope you like it. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.